Hello, today is November 19th, and there are two rather significant things going on. uh, Significant days that are kind of coming together, and they do relate to each other. And I'm putting this video out to make people aware that they are going on and to possibly create conversations with your family or friends. The first date, and one that has been going on for quite a few years, is Children's Grief Day. And this is important to me, something that I hold dear in my heart. Children who lose a parent need support, and not just the day that someone passes. The rest of their life is affected when they lose, especially a parent, a person that is someone who is meant to be there to mold and shape their lives and help them become the best, most responsible adult that they can be. There are so many pitfalls and traps in life, whether it be applying yourself to school or staying clear of drugs or alcohol, or getting involved with participating in sex as a youth, and not being informed about protection, possibly getting an STD, or even worse than that, contracting HIV. There's a lot of stigma attached to kids who walk down the wrong path, and with the bullying that can go on in schools, not having that two-parent home, and also grieving, and then on top of that getting involved in something that leads them down the wrong path, can create significant problems and also devastate the child. And in today's society, even though we have many groups that can help, sometimes as a child they don't know how to express that they need help. They need someone to just listen or just to be a friend. When you lose a parent, sometimes, many times, that child is not exposed to different events and activities that go on in society that child may be interested in, whether it be creating a love of sports or music, wanting to go to concerts of an artist that you enjoy, see a favorite team or player that's playing on a professional team or even a collegiate team. The cost of attending those type of events has grown exponentially, and many times there's not a way for a young person to be engaged in those type of activities to help them grow and gain self-confidence. This day, the reason why I have such affinity for this day is I am a child of loss. I lost my father at 7 years old to a car accident, and there was no one who stepped in to fill that void. A few years after my dad passed, my mom started seeing a friend of the family who worked for one of the automotive companies, and he was many times able to get tickets to professional sports teams, and we went. That was probably the only way that I would have been exposed to that sort of thing. And I have been fortunate that many times I have encountered some people that I admired or had an affinity for that have helped guide me to becoming a better adult. For many years, I had issues with the loss, and it created other problems that came into play with alcohol, attitudes I had that I formed on my own because I didn't have someone there to guide me. And over the years of being sober, I was fortunate enough to meet people who helped me, guide me, and help me see where I needed to go and how I needed to change what I was doing. I became open to that. It took many years. And I think as a child, if I had been exposed to something like that, some of the lessons I learned may not have been so difficult. I would have learned the same things, but just not having to go through some of the trauma and difficulties that I did. Today is a day to reach out to people, especially children, who have lost a parent and need someone in their lives to recognize that loss and support them and help the kids be able to express their dreams and their goals. And for us as adults to support them and help guide them in a way that will help them reach their goals in a safe and productive way. This is very important. There are many organizations that deal with grief, but sometimes it's a human. It is the human touch. It's the person who's interacting just out of being a good person, not being involved in an organization, sharing a kind word, asking how someone is. People are going through things all the time. You never know what that person is going through. And sometimes when someone is having a really bad day, it's because it's a day they lost that person. And that person was their world. And, and be it someone and maybe you didn't care for that person that they lost. It doesn't matter. Personal feelings aside, you should be able to express to that person that you you understand their loss, or you'll empathize with their loss. Everyone loses someone. To lose a parent at an early age is devastating. And those of us who come through it relatively unscathed, even though we do have scars, it's always nice to hear someone being thoughtful of different things. My dad passed close to 50 years ago, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't think, especially now, I need to be the best person I can be for my dad. Some people never get to that point, but kindness can pave a path, and knowing someone's lost someone, maybe planning something with that child where they can do something that they wanted to do that they never thought they could do. That would be tremendous. I think everyone who sees this can maybe take a minute and think of something that they can do for a child that has lost a parent, a guardian. Maybe plan an activity for that child, or something that means a whole lot to them. Grief never ends, it just changes. And what we need to do is put it in its right place and honor those that we lose. Remember them, but also put it in perspective. And that's a very hard thing to do. Been after 50 years sometimes, I am saying, what could I have done? And from age 7, that's a pretty tall order until you're able to digest what has happened and process it in a way that it allows your heart to go on. So today is a day that we need to be kind to anyone we know who has lost a guardian or a parent.